So there you go. It does give you the option if you don't want to be on because it's recording. You don't have to be, but I promise it's only recording me, not everyone else. So welcome. So let's go ahead and begin to find that comfortable seated position. Remembering that if seated cross-legged is not comfortable for you, you can always lie down. You could come into child's pose. You could sit in a chair, whatever may feel relatively comfortable for you, so that we can take a couple of minutes here in the beginning and check in with ourselves. So give yourself a moment. If your body feels like it needs to move, my back's always a little tight, so a little twisting always feels good to me. Maybe that feels good to you as well. Maybe you are ready to become still right from the beginning and you don't need to make any adjustments. That is also perfect. But do what you need to do. And then just kind of begin to look for that little bit of stillness in your body. Taking a few nice breaths. I love to inhale through my nose and sigh it out through my mouth a couple of times. Just signals to our body, right? Let it go. Release it. These next 30 minutes are about self-care. They're about ease. They're about rest. So perhaps begin by asking yourself, how are you feeling? Taking a moment, checking in, honoring how you feel. And maybe being a little understanding if you're not feeling your best today, right? We don't always feel our best. And being, in that state of gratitude, really taking a moment to be thankful and grateful if you have had a really good day. Some days are really good. You definitely want to take that time to be in gratitude for that. And then even if you're not feeling your best, or this day hasn't been what you would call a gold star day, take a moment, if you will, and celebrate the moments within the day that were good. So right, the day as a whole might, been a C+ day, not an A+. But I bet there were some A+ moments. Just take a few breaths here. Remember to celebrate those A+ moments, even if it wasn't an A+ day. And then maybe give yourself permission to let go of some of that self-talk that is just feeding the parts of the day that maybe weren't A+. So we can really make a day feel even worse if we keep feeding ourselves that part of the story over and over again. So give yourself permission to let that part go. Be in celebration of the things that did go well today. I invite you to notice your breath. With each exhale, letting go any tightness in your body, any tension. Maybe saying to yourself, relax my eyes, release my jaw. soften my shoulders. Just moving through your body, relaxing self-talk. Oh, let it go. Bringing the awareness into the palm of your hands. I invite you to bring the palm of your hands together, lifting your thumbs to your heart, taking a moment here, as we always do, a little bit of self-love, self-kindness. Give yourself some positive feedback, some way to go or good job. Positive affirmations. You're ready. Your chin to bow down towards your chest. Gently flutter your eyes open, pausing a moment just to let the light in. When you're ready, release the hands and bring your gaze up. Welcome everyone that is joining us still. Let's start in a child's pose. So getting a little bit of inner thigh with our child's pose as well. We can bring our knees out wide on the mat, sliding them out as much as you like, bringing the big toes together. Gently press your hips back towards your heels, and you can begin to slide your hands forward. Now, as you come down, if you find, ooh, I went a little too wide into my inner thighs, and that's too much on my inner thigh stretch, just gently pull the inner thighs in a little more. And then remembering also, this is very restorative as you choose. You can always bring some pillows underneath the torso to recline into. We do hold poses longer than you would in just a general basic stretch, or even a hatha style yoga class. Some yin, this is yin, very restorative. But just allow yourself to find that balance between a stretch and a rest. Noticing the stillness, the gentle movement with your breath. Continuing that inner monologue of reminding yourself to relax the eyes, release the jaw, soften the shoulders, and so on. You need to make any tweaks in your body's position, of course, always feel free to do so. If we ever come into a pose or a posture that you just do not enjoy, remember you can always come into a favorite stretch of yours. Your awareness between your shoulder blades, inviting in a relaxation. Pausing for a couple more breaths here. Maybe deepening the stretch by crawling the fingers forward if that feels good to you for a couple of breaths. And then on our inhale, gently sliding our hands back towards our shoulders and slowly pressing our way up to all fours. Pausing in all fours for a little bit of movement with cat-cow. So as you inhale, dropping the navel down towards the floor, inhale and lift up through the heart. And as you exhale, round the navel to the spine, tuck the chin, look back towards the navel. And then just let yourself move through these two postures in a way that feels good to you. Or of course, feel free to pause in either one. Enjoying the breath, enjoying the mild movement. Inhaling and exhaling a few more cycles. And gently making your way back to neutral. Back onto our bottom and extend the legs out long in front of us. A great option to set up on a couple of pillows to hinge you forward, or I like to take some pillows and even blankets as well into my lap. Gently flex the feet and begin to lean forward, feeling that stretch down the back of the legs, the hamstrings, all the way through the back. If you can reach your feet, go for it. It is not necessary though. You could always use a strap too if you choose. Maybe just shifting around gently, slowly, finding the place that makes this stretch feel just right to you. Noticing your breath. Bringing your awareness into your jaw. Let your teeth lightly part from each other. Just make sure you're not clenching down on your jaw. Maybe gently lift your shoulders towards your ears and then relax them down, just to make sure you're not squeezing those shoulders up towards our ears. Oftentimes get used to the tension in our body. We don't realize that we're doing it. We bring our awareness to it. On our inhale, gently lift our way up. Inviting you to come down onto your back for a 4 stretch, which is a nice deep hip stretch. If you don't want to lay on your back, you can take that in that seated position, crossing the right knee, the right ankle over the left knee. You can also sit in a chair and be in this same position with your legs folding forward, or of course, coming down onto your back, crossing right ankle over left knee. You can actually stay right here or begin to pull the left hamstring in towards the chest. Gently pressing the right inner thigh away. Again, just reminding yourself, right, that this class is not about getting a stretch as deep as we can stretch. It's about getting into that place where maybe you feel a little bit of stretching sensation. Just like it feels good and you want to stay in that place. Shift side to side a little. Just checking out where the stretch feels the best. Let yourself just be here in this present moment. If you find that your thoughts are wandering and just getting busy, give yourself permission to let it go. Invite your awareness back to your breath, maybe even simply saying the words inhale and exhale. We'll gently let the left foot come down. We will get to the other side in a moment, but first let's take the legs, lengthen them out long, and bring the arms back overhead. Now, if you're choosing not to lay on your back today, you can kind of just take any type of seated stretch that you like, maybe reaching arms overhead a little bit. You could always choose to stand. We're just getting a little bit of a long body stretch in here for a few breaths. Maybe kind of lengthening a little more through the right side and a little more through the left side. And then once again, we'll come into the 4 stretch the other direction. So bending the right knee and place the left ankle over the right knee. So in that seated position or on our back, you can stay right here with right foot on the floor or begin to hug right leg in towards the chest. So right or left ankle crossed over right knee and maybe gently pulling in on the hamstring or the shin, just wherever it feels most comfortable to you. And a little swaying side to side. Just finding a place that it's just right for you, that Goldilocks position, right? Not too hard, not too soft, just right. honoring your breath. Feel the inhale come in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Allow yourself maybe to begin to imagine a place, real or imagined or a combination, just makes you feel peaceful, joyful, happy. I like to call it your happy place. We call it our inner resource in meditation, a place where we can go in our mind just to experience peace, contentment. Allow yourself to maybe first just begin to imagine that place. You see it. Maybe you're able to actually be in it. This is a place that we can go when we maybe need to have a conversation with ourselves as well. We have some stuff on our mind. We can be in this place of peace and comfort. We can take a moment, notice what's on our mind, and talk to ourselves as we would our best friend here. What would you say to your best friend? You were saying the things that you say to yourself. We'll gently release the right foot once again. Take a nice full long body stretch, reaching hands one way, legs the other. Moving, reaching, whatever feels good to you. A few breaths. Roll our arms. Maybe come down to our sides. Bring the bottoms of our feet together, coming into the butterfly position. So bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. So a little bit deeper inner thigh, but hip area and general stretch. Again, if you don't want to lie on your back, you can do a seated butterfly and fold forward. You have some options for your arms. They could rest at your side, on your belly, or you could even reach them back overhead a little bit, kind of gold post position. A little more heart opening. This is uncomfortable to your low back. You can always slide a little rolled up towel underneath you, or you can bring pillows underneath your outer thighs, or even your thumbs are right under the upper glutes, resting on your glutes. That can support the arch of your back. breathing in. Making sure that you're not clenching your teeth. Even bring the tongue lightly to the roof of the mouth, just behind the top teeth. Bring that jaw into a released position. Always come out of butterfly anytime you choose. Okay, we'll hang out here a little longer. Relaxation through the torso, through the glutes, the pelvic floor. A gentle rock of the head side to side. Seeing any tension that you might be holding in the head. Gently begin to lengthen the legs long out of the butterfly. And you just kind of windshield wiper the feet side to side, just a little bit of light movement in the hip joint. And let both feet, let the toes kind of fall towards each other just slightly for a couple of breaths. Just kind of letting go of that stretch. And then allow the legs to just kind of fall how they fall. Okay, so you can even kind of move the legs a couple of times, shake them out, and then let them go. Once again, arms at your sides, maybe grabbing a blanket or a pillow, or arms can rest on the belly. Giving yourself permission to take this last couple of minutes here in what we call Shavasana. Allow your body to rest. Notice the easy breath. Notice the stillness. Inviting yourself to just be in this time and space. As our time together comes to that official end, as always, I invite you to stay here as long as you like. I'll log you out, so you don't have to get up if you do not wish to. Let me just ask, as always, when you are ready to move, give yourself a little bit of time. Try not to rush it. The love and light in me honors the love and light in you. Om Shanti, my friends. Peace.